Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica from Ericasgirlyworld. If you are all about all things luxury and fashion, you came to the right place. I hope you subscribe, even though the topic today is not a fun fashion topic as usual, but it is something that is very relevant to the luxury community right now, which are all of the burglaries that are happening to everybody. I feel like once a month I wake up, sometimes even more often, to news that somebody has been robbed. And I think we do need to talk about it because I think we are a little bit more vulnerable. Typically when you are in the luxury community, you are sharing the beautiful things that you buy, which typically tells the masses that you are very well to do financially, not necessarily a trillionaire, because I'm not a trillionaire, but it does tell you that you live a pretty decent life and you probably have some valuable things at home. And I think that could contribute to you becoming a target for burglaries, robberies, people following you at the mall or invading your house. Probably the biggest one that has happened recently is Tamara. If you are involved in the fashion community, I'm sure you saw that Tamara's apartment in Paris has been burglarized. They came in, they took everything from her. And honestly, I contemplated if I should do this video or not, because out of respect, for Tamara and all of the people that I know that have been burglarized, I did not want to capitalize on people's misery to make videos on YouTube, because I saw a lot of people started making videos right away, and you can tell that mine is a little bit delayed, and that is because I was, tortured inside. But then I realized that there are some things that I did want to share with you guys from the experiences that I have learned. So I have a very close friend of mine that has been robbed recently. They went into her house and went directly to her closet, and I watched firsthand her trials and tribulations and some of the suffering that she went through as a result, partly because of the community itself. So I wanted to share some of the learnings and also some tips to you guys, because I feel like at the end of the day, we are a community. Most of us love and respect each other, but even in times of tragedy, people will still hurt you and judge you and say terrible things to you. And this is the reason why I wanted to do this. So starting with Tamara, I love Tamara. What can I say? I don't follow a lot of very big influencers because I am on my own personal journey of trying not to become sucked into the influencer game and wanting to buy everything and everything that they show. It has become a little bit toxic in a way, like if you open your feed and you have 360 influencers shoving things down your throat. And this is not hate towards the influencers at all, because that's their hustle, man. If Louis Vuitton was paying me to showcase their bags and Gucci was sending me bags for free every day, of course I would flipping post that shit till the cows come home. Good for them, that they are so blessed and they have amazing jobs and amazing lives. It involves a lot of hustle and hard work to get to where they are. But I am telling you that in a way of protecting my personal mental health, I only follow influencers that I feel have a little extra to offer, whether it be they're real, they're genuine, or their style is like next level and I feel like they offer me something that nobody else does, or they are sassy and have an awesome personality. So they have to offer something special for me to follow them. I love Tamara. I think her style is next level. I think Tamara is genuine. And I think Tamara, in the world of the big fashion influencers, has preserved her authenticity, where she will come to YouTube and she'll still show you things that she bought herself. Because if Gucci is sending me all of these different bags to show, of course I'm gonna show that shit, okay? But out of all of those bags that Gucci is sending me to show you guys, if I'm a big influencer, does that mean that I would buy all of them? Does that mean that I would invest in using my own money to buy that? Does that mean I really love them? Does that mean they're really my personal style? No, not at all. Okay, so I feel like Tamara found a pretty nice balance of showcasing the things she's paid to showcase, but also talking about things that she truly loves and that she bought herself. And I also think that she's a very humble, kind person. So I was devastated when I woke up and I saw the news that Tamara had been robbed, because out of everybody in the influencer industry, she does have a special place in my heart, and she doesn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve it. She is so kind, works so hard. Not that anybody deserves it, but I feel like, damn it, did it have to be Tamara? So I felt very bad for her. They got into her apartment, if you guys don't know what happened, but she was attending a fashion show for Paris Fashion Week, and when she got back to her apartment, everything was gone. everything was gone. They took all of her bags, all of her jewelry, years worth of stuff that she had been collecting, Hermes, Birkins, Cartier. So she was devastated, and I think also part of the trauma of dealing with that, beyond you losing all of your things, is the feeling of a personal invasion, of your privacy and your safety. Like you do not feel safe in your apartment anymore. So I think there is a huge mental component to being robbed, because your home is your safe space and your haven, right? And when you realize that that is vulnerable, you just don't feel safe anymore. There's a huge component of feeling completely violated when you get robbed. Tamara handled it like the role model that she is. I thought it was very inspiring when I watched her video and she said, I am not a victim, I am blessed, I am gonna be strong, and I'm gonna show you guys how somebody should be in a situation like this. And instead of capitalizing and saying, look at me, feel sorry for me, it was the absolute opposite. Yeah, and I can very empathize with that mindset, because that's how I live my life. I am about being a badass. I did not get to where I am today by being a victim and crying about how everything in life is against me. I do not connect or empathize with that whatsoever. I'm sorry. So I thought Tamara's message was absolutely amazing. And again, a reflection of who she is as a person, right? But I do understand that she's still suffering, and I am sure that she's putting a brave face to the world, but behind the scenes you are dealing with a million things. You're dealing with moving, which is the case for her. How do you handle your house? Do you stay? Do you move? Are you ever gonna feel safe sleeping alone in your house? You are dealing with police and investigations and interviews. You are dealing with insurance company and paperwork. Like, there is so much that the public does not see that takes months, sometimes years. If you are on Instagram, there is a very kind Instagrammer by Amelia. She has been robbed a while ago as well. It was a very, very big thing in the luxury community. And then most recently, Mrs. TF Style, who's my personal friend, was robbed in her house in California. She was devastated. They came to her house. They went directly to her closet and they took everything. There is another Instagrammer that I follow that has been robbed. He is so kind. I love watching his stories. His sense of fashion is so fabulous, out there, badass. His house is beautiful, full of Hermes. His collection was absolutely incredible. And again, they went to his house and stole everything. And actually, Xenia Don'ts, who's actually a very close friend of Tamara, just got robbed in Europe as well. She was, I believe, in a train, and they took all of her luggage. They stole all of her Rimowa suitcases, and she was pleading on Instagram, if anybody saw her Rimowa suitcases, which are very colorful, to please help her out. So she lost everything. And then yesterday, I see another influencer from Brazil. Her name is Lari Duarte, also post that she just got robbed. So it has been news after news, of these things happening. So first thing I want to talk about is when you see these news, right, of these people being robbed, there are two groups of people. There is one group of people that is like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I feel terrible for that person. I know how hard it is to work to get these things, right? And then there is another group of people that judge. Well, that's what happens when you're showing everything on internet. That's what happens when you're showing everything on Instagram, all of the shit that you own. And other people will be like, well, that's fine. They'll be fine. They have insurance. I don't know why they're crying. They have insurance. They have money. I remember when I posted about my friend, Mrs. TF Style, on my Instagram, because we posted her bags in hopes that if the bags would show up on eBay, all of us as a luxury community could rally around that and alert her if they saw any of her bags for sale on eBay. And I got a message from this dude like, Kim, people are dying out there, Kim, okay? There's more important shit going on in life. And here's what these people do not realize. If you are a person that is well-to-do, even though you are glad you are safe, even though you are glad that you didn't die, that nothing happened to you or your family or your loved ones, and you are still alive and breathing, of course you are so grateful for that. But you can't help but be sad, because you are rich does not mean you don't work hard for the things you have. Or because you are a famous influencer, it does not mean you don't hustle for the things you have. You do not understand how much work it is to do one reel where you are showing 6 outfits or 7 outfits. I have done them before. You are sweating your butt off. You are tired. You're exhausted. Put clothes, take clothes off, pick clothes. It is so much work. People think that you just wake up looking amazing and then you take a couple photos and you are a famous influencer. It is a hustle. So because these people are well known or well to do, it does not mean that they didn't work for their money. It does not mean that they are not entitled to be upset about the things that they lost. You could have jewelry that has sentimental value, that was your husband's 5th anniversary gift. You could have a wedding ring that your husband worked 5 years to get to you and propose with. There are many things that are irreplaceable. Because you get money back from insurance does not mean you can get that one special Chanel bag from the collection of spring summer 2011. It does not mean you can walk into Hermes and get that exact bag in that size, that color, that leather. Most of the stuff you have when you collect luxury is irreplaceable. So money can't buy that. So don't be that person. The regular masses think they resent you because you have money, or they resent you because you have a good life, because they do not understand that 99% of the people that have a good life have worked their butts off, have businesses and work 16-hour days and weekends. Like I look at my husband. My husband answers phone, comments, editing, publishing, filming all the time. We don't have Saturdays, we don't have Sundays. It's work, work, work. And I think it's very sad that when people have less than others, when something bad happens to somebody that is better off than you, it's like you almost feel happy to see that they are suffering, when in reality, they work just as hard as you. Don't be that person. If you think about the people that have money without any effort, i.e. Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner, all of these people that inherited all of these fortunes and are trust fund babies, they are 0.001% of the population. Most of the people are not Kylie Jenner that at 17 had her mom calling every magazine and hooking her up with all of these gigs and starting all of the businesses for her. The vast majority of the people that I know on Instagram that are very well to do came from nothing. They built their businesses from the ground, or put themselves through school or doctors and now have a very comfortable life, or maybe they don't have an education, but they created a business and hustled for years and now they're rich as hell. Good for them. But when they lose their shit does not mean that we should be happy, or we should be like, oh, whatever, you are rich, you have money to get that back. That is absolutely a very jealous, envious, and very low vibration place to come from. So let's talk about the posting on Instagram, right? So a lot of people are like, well, you post all your shit on Instagram, that's what happens. So what are these people supposed to do? So I'm gonna tell you, myself, what am I supposed to do? Quit my career as a YouTuber? So should Tamara quit being a luxury influencer? When you look at an athlete, for example, there is a possibility that athlete's gonna get hurt. Should you not be an athlete because there is a chance you're gonna get hurt? Or should you not be an influencer because there's a chance you're gonna get robbed? That is insanity. Because you have nice things, it does not give people the right to want to take them. Because you are posting beautiful bags on Instagram, when you get robbed, does not mean it's your fault. It's just like saying that a woman that was dressed sexy and was raped, it's her fault for dressing sexy. It is the exact same concept. If a career in fashion, if a career in luxury is something that somebody is passionate about, they should be able to freely pursue that without any judgment, without being targeted for crimes. So with all of that being said, of course, there are things that we should be doing to protect ourselves. I do think that right now the world is a little bit crazy. There are places here in the US that have become more dangerous than usual. So California, New York, you guys know that in the social environment that we are in right now, police has been defunded in many places. And there are some laws that are trying to decriminalize some crimes, which resulted in higher violence in many places. So we are living in an environment where violence in the US has increased, okay, tremendously. So here are some things that I think that you can do to protect yourself. When it comes to Instagram posting, do not post real time. I think you should be able to post whatever the hell your heart desires, okay? But do not post real time. I delay my posts, and I have been doing mine for years, just not now, because you guys know about my whole stalking drama. Since my stalking situation, I never say where I am at that moment. My posts, typically when you are seeing my posts on Instagram, that was 3, 4, 5 days ago. If I take off on a trip, I don't post about that trip until I came back. So if you are seeing on Instagram that I am in Miami, I'm actually home, okay? And that trip happened last week or 2 weeks ago. I purposely delay not by a few hours. I delay by days or weeks. So people never know when I am not home. Also, part of the reason why I do that is because I want to enjoy the moment. So it's already a pain in the ass that I have to film while I'm at the places. I don't want to worry also about posting, because then I don't live life. I am very careful about posting, and I think you guys should do the same. I have been around many influencers that are like posting live, as we are sitting in the restaurant, they are there. First of all, it is a pain in the ass. If that is you, I do not enjoy being around you, because I understand you feel me taking the photos, but if you are taking the entire time to stop and upload and write your text, you're not interacting with me. Don't be this pain in the ass, okay? There's a balance. You're not gonna die if you're posting a week later. I mean, I do it all the time. Second thing that I wanna talk about, of course, you have to have security systems. Of course, you have to have security systems. I mean, that is a given, guys. If you are in the luxury world, obviously you got some money. Should be basic investment. You should have state-of-the-art security. You should have cameras in all of the entrances of your house, on the sides, on the front, on the back. You should have cameras inside of your house, strategically placed, that are able to see what is going on outside and inside. You should have alarm systems that automatically trigger the police if you are not responding with a certain amount of time. You should have access to cameras. You should have video monitors. You should have apps that wherever you are able to look at what's going on in your house at any time. Number 3, security is not foolproof, right? You can freaking defeat security systems. You need to consider house sitters. I no longer travel without having house sitters in my house. Somebody will be here every time I am gone, and your house sitter shouldn't be your grandma, okay? Your house sitter should be people that know what to do, that can react to a robbery, preferably a guy that's strong, that can handle weapons, okay? This is what I have at my house all the time. It is money well spent. If you are concerned about traveling and spending $500 or $1,000 on house sitting, this is chump change versus somebody coming into your home and taking everything that you got. These criminals are not only just watching your social media, these criminals can be watching you at home as you are coming and going. So don't think that it's just about you posting. You could not be posting, but somebody knows you from social media, they know where you live, and then they are there physically watching you come and go. So one of my friends that was robbed, the criminals were watching them come outside of the house. They left for a very quick errand, and as they left for the errand, the criminal came in their house and took everything in a minute and a half. They were not going in Paris, they were not on a vacation. As soon as they left the house, came in, knew exactly where to go, took everything in a minute and a half. When you are leaving the house, even if it's for something quick, alarm. Cameras on. This friend that I follow on Instagram left his condo building to do a run, I believe, to go jogging. And they came in and took all his stuff just like that. So he talked about, I didn't turn the alarm on because I left for a quick amount of time. Again, you are leaving your house to go grocery shop, to go to the mall. It does not matter. Activate your alarm systems. Another thing, you need to be mindful of who is circulating around your house, your condo. In one of the friends that I have that was robbed, people were already scoping out their house. And what happened was, after the burglary, when the police went to interview the neighbors, one of the neighbors mentioned that, yeah, I did notice somebody strange kind of stopped and looking at the house. You need to be friendly with your neighbors. You need to talk to your neighbors and let them know. If you see weird shit going on around our neighborhood, if you see people that we don't recognize, people watching somebody's house, alert them, let them know. For example, my neighborhood has a page just for the neighborhood where we connect with each other and we talk about any strange events. Hey, somebody did this last week. Hey, here's footage from my security. Or hey, watch your dogs. There are coyotes on the loose. We communicate on a constant basis. The other thing I want to talk about, be aware of people that work in your house, okay? I watch crime shows all the time. It's my favorite thing to do. And a lot of the times, the people that are robbing you are people that came to your house to do work, are contractors, people that came to work in your pool, the gardener, people that came to paint your house, people that came to do renovations in your house. These people see what you have, they see the layout of your house, they see where your cameras are located, they see everything. Like everything, right? So think how easy it would be for someone that came to work in your house. They know your habits. You know, if it's a renovation, they were around for a while. They know what times you leave to come to work, what times you come back. You need to only hire people that you 100% trust from reputable companies that do background checks. I tell my daughter and I tell Scott the same thing. Whenever we have people coming to our house, I don't want them in my closet. I don't want them seeing where it is. I don't want them seeing what is going on in there. I don't want them seeing the layout of the house. If they come in to work in the kitchen, their access is from the door to the kitchen and nothing else. Don't give people free access to your house. Also, guys, when you are traveling for those of us who do luxury shopping is becoming more and more dangerous by the day. Europe is a nightmare right now. Paris is a nightmare. Crime in Paris has soared so much over the last decade. It is actually sad to see. I remember going to Paris 20 years ago and then going to Paris last year. It is night and day what Paris used to be. People follow you. I have been followed in Paris with my friends. We were full of shopping bags. We were in the area close to the Galerie Lafayette. These four guys, you know, we were walking one way and these four guys were coming another way, and when they saw me and my friend, they turned around and started following us because they saw we had like Louis Vuitton shopping bags. Dude, we ran, and we got into like Galerie Lafayette and we entered the store and we stayed there until we were able to leave safely. Do not walk around with big shopping bags. If you go to Hermes, they now provide shopping bags that are really discreet, that don't have the logos. I know, you know, a lot of us like to show off, you know, and post pictures with the big shopping bags. Do not do that. People are following you. I was reading an article in California the other day where this couple was shopping. The criminals targeted them and followed them out the store to their house. And when they pulled in the garage, you know, in the driveway and got out of the car, they got robbed. So people could be watching you at the mall, see you come out of Louis Vuitton or come out of Hermes full of expensive things, follow you to your car or to your house, which is even worse. So be very mindful when you are shopping. And depending on where you are, I wouldn't go alone. I would have my husband with me. I would have men with me. I would not go at night, spending a little bit extra money in valeting my car so I don't have to walk in the parking lot a long distance by myself. These are all precautions that unfortunately we need to take these days, guys. And even if you're not famous, if you just buy Chanel, okay? If you are at the store, you could be a target. If you posted one little Chanel bag in your Instagram and you have 30 followers, you could be a target. So at the end of the day, we can all be targets. We need to be careful. I hope this helps you really think through your actions a bit more carefully if you are in the luxury community. Please stay safe out there. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you. Bye.